Hi, hello, namaste. Welcome back to Needs of Children. In this session, we are going to get the information about 8th Standard English Medium History, Chapter number 3, Ancient Civilizations of India. So let's come to what are the very important learning points from this lesson. In this chapter, you will learn ancient civilizations of India. First, urbanization, special features of the cities, town planning, lifestyle, and the decline of towns. The development of Vedas, types of Vedas, and Vedic period. So these are the very important learning points from the lesson Ancient Civilizations of India. So let's come to the more information we are going to get about this lesson. When nomadic life became stable, how this considered? As the archaeologists have come across signs of huts and houses in some places. Through the excavation by the archaeologists, they have noticed some of the signs of huts and houses in some of the places. They have excavated a cellar in Burzahom in Kashmir. And also, especially the people of those times used to dig shallow pits in the soil and live in them. So you can see the pictures. The nomadic life became stable so that the people of those times used to dig shallow pits in the soil and live in them. And even there were steps leading to the pits. These were built in this manner in order to provide protection from the cold weather and wild animals. So here are the picture inside the earth. It is explains about how the people they are living and leading the life. So such kind of earthen pots have been found inside and outside such pits. So here you can see such kind of earthen pots have been found inside as well as outside such pits. In accordance to the weather condition, people cooked food either inside or outside. So this is the nomadic life became stable. And even the place name called as Mehargarh, considered as the first village. There is a site named Mehargarh near the fertile plain of Bolan Pass, which leads to Iran. So you have been studied about the two important mountain passes. They are Bolan Pass and Khyber Pass. So in that, here it is the Khyber Pass and here it is Bolan Pass. Among that, there will be a site named Mehargarh near the fertile plain of Bolan Pass, which leads to Iran. So here it is the place. You can identify the location of the Mehargarh in the map. The people of Mehargarh were the first ones to have learned the cultivation of barley and wheat crops and even the rearing of goat and sheep. So the people of Mehargarh lived in houses. And some houses had 4 or more rooms. So here is one of the skeleton. It is found during the time of the excavation. Many sites have been discovered here which not only have the fossils of animals but also graves. People and animals used to be buried together here. So this is as the Mehrgarh considered as the first village related to the ancient civilizations of India. As we are going to be considered the first urbanization. The ancient sites of Harappa were discovered by the engineers. Because when the railway lines were being laid 150 years ago in the Sindhu Valley region of Punjab. You can see here the part of this blue colored light mark in the map, the part of area, it is considered as the ancient civilizations of India location. As a result of that, it was a mound made of excellent bricks. Then after that, engineers, they utilized the bricks for the construction of railway lines. By this 150 years ago, they came to know that the Harappa site, which belongs to the ancient civilization of India. In this way, many houses which had been buried under the soil were completely destroyed. Subsequently, archaeologists took up research in this area. When they took the research in this area, they were convinced it was an ancient city. Since the sites around this city resembled the sites discovered earlier. So they were called as Harappan civilization. These sites or these cities are said to be 4,600 years old. So let's come to the first urbanization, how the city it has been built and what is the significance of the cities. As the significance of the cities, we can see two or more parts in the cities of Harappa. In that, it is divided into as the western part and eastern part. In that, the western part is narrow and at an elevated place. Elevated, the place which is located in a high level, is called as elevated place. In that place, archaeologists are of the view that this was a citadel. Citadel, it is considered as a strong fortress. It is considered as the citadel. In the other hand, the eastern part, the two parts or more parts of the sites of Harappa, one it is western part and another one part is considered as the eastern part. Whereas western part is a narrow, the eastern part is wide at the lower level. Whereas western part it is located in the higher level, nothing but elevated place, but eastern part is located in the lower level. This area has been built a lower town. Every part it had made up of burnt bricks. The bricks around them were placed in an interlocking manner. Hence, the walls were very strong. So you can see the pictures of the sites which belongs to ancient civilizations of India. As that, there were noteworthy buildings inside the citadel. Among that, the place name called as Mohenjo-daro, one of the cities, had a water tank. You can see the picture of Mohenjo-daro and the water tank. Even many of the scholars have called this as the bath tank. It is built of brick. So that the bath tank has steps on either side to go down and has rooms all around. And moreoverly, it is built of bricks and as it is prevent the seepage of water from the tank. After the water was supplied to the tank by a well and the used water let out. So probably very important people used to take bath in this pool on a special occasions, a special celebrations, special days. Usually special peoples will take bath in these pools, in this bath. Even some of the fire altars have been discovered in other cities like Kalibangan and Lothal. These are the other cities. So, water tank which is found in Mohenjo-daro, whereas fire altars have been discovered in the places like Kalibangan and Lothal. Mohenjo-daro, Harappa and Lothal had constructed systematic granaries. So here is, you can identify, so these are the pictures reflects the systematic granaries which are found in the cities like Mohenjo-daro, Harappa and Lothal. Let's come to the about, we are going to get the more information about the town planning of this ancient civilization in India. The lower town in the low lying area of the city was the place of habitation of the people. It was constructed in a very methodical manner, in a systematic manner. Systematically laid houses, roads and drains. Almost every person lived in either one or two stored houses. The houses were built of bricks and had very strong walls in the ancient civilizations of India. The main door faced the street. There were none of the windows opened onto the streets. There were bathrooms in the houses. Some houses had wells which supplied water. In this way, the ancient civilization of India has wonderful town planning. So here some of the pictures highlights about the town planning system of ancient civilizations. The cities had a neatly laid out underground sewage system. The drains were built of bricks and covered with stone slabs. The gutter of each house was linked to the main drain outside and enabled the flow of dirty water easily to the main drain. Holes were created in the drains to enable timely cleaning of them. So in this way, the underground sewage system also systematically constructed in the ancient civilizations of India. So how the town life, how they are led their life. So let's come to the about the town life of ancient civilization. Apart from houses, precious stones and metals were also found. Most of the objects found were beads and seals. So you can identify in the picture. The layout of the town reveals the existence of the administrative class. The people of this place may have used expensive metals, gems and jewelry. Even the beads were probably used by the common people. Even there is an unknown script on the seals. So here is, you can see some of the unknown script which is found on the seals. This reveals that there was no dearth of literate people. There is no drawback. Even they are aware about literature. This enabled the engraving of scripts, and the thousands of such kinds of seals has been found which are related to ancient civilizations of India. So this is about the town life. When economic life of the ancient civilizations of India, let's come to the people of Harappan culture had developed on agriculture and trade. So the main occupations are agriculture and trade. Wheat, barley, pulses and mustard were the main crops during the Harappan civilization. They had learnt to grow cotton and weave the cloth. We can say that they knew irrigation, since many towns were situated on the banks of rivers. They had domesticated the humped bull. Here it is the picture of humped bull, cow, buffalo, sheep, dog and hen, and were engaged in cattle rearing, sheep rearing, and they are aware about the poultry. Oxen were used to carry heavy loads. Trade and commerce had assumed primary importance along with the agriculture. Agriculture was the very important occupation. Along with agriculture, trade and commerce are also assumed the primary importance. The towns were carried business with rural areas. And even Baluchistan, Saurashtra and the Deccan were some of these areas they carried the business. When the seals obtained at Mesopotamia established the fact of that the Indus Valley civilization had trade relations with it. So this is the economic life of the Harappan civilization. So let's come to how the decline of town took place. The situation in these places began to change some 4,000 years ago. There were reasons apart from the natural reasons we can rectify, like the walls of the Harappan fort were further strengthened. Towards the final days of this town, its west gate was closed completely. As in the town planning, we are get the information about the two important parts in the cities of Harappa, that is western and eastern. But in the final days of this town, the western gate is completely closed. Whereas the spacious rooms of Mohenjo-daro became smaller. The huge buildings turned into huts. Neither the town planning nor the road planning was systematic at this time. At the days of end, it is coming to collapsed. As a result, the historians have given various explanations for the decline of these towns. Like some of feel the dried rivers as the reason, and others feels that changed course of rivers was the reason, and other historians have cited the destruction of forests as the cause, and even some others they are giving that probably inundation by the floods could be the reason. And people living in the Indus Valley and some sites of West Punjab, they might have been deserted the area and migrated to new areas in the east, to the south. So with this, the Indus Valley civilization has remained an evidence of maturity of the Indian civilization. So this is about the information about the ancient civilization of India or Harappan civilization. So that is the information about the Indus Valley civilization. I hope you have understood till now what we are discussed. In case if you have any doubts related to this concept, you can comment in the comment box. I will solve your doubts and I will come back with the next video. Until, keep watching my channel. Thank you. Have a nice day. See you in the next session. Bye bye. Take care.